Hey guys, welcome to Guitars and Games again. Today we're going to go through a review of the 2019 PRS SE Trampist Green that I unboxed a couple days ago. But coming from someone who just picks the guitar up every once in a while and hasn't had any formal training, kind of what I look for in a guitar, and if it's affordable for someone like me who's not a professional musician but just kind of a hobbyist, just enjoy playing a lot of music. So we're going to get into this review and let's check it out. Alright, hey guys, welcome back again. We're going to do the review of the PRS SE Custom 24. This is the one that I got from Riff City, and let's kind of check it out. I got the Trampist green body style or color, but that also, the back is straight up. It doesn't have any stain or anything on it. No coloring, no stain. And then the top is that green color. But this, the PRS SE Custom 24 has a mahogany body with a maple cap. It's actually a pretty decently thick cap on this thing. You can really tell where the cutaway is, that how actually big the cap was that they put on top of this thing. But the back is mahogany. Most of the body is mahogany. It has that maple cap, and then it has a thin veneer on it. It couldn't be more than a couple millimeters. I mean, it's pretty thin, but I mean it does its job. You know, it looks good. It's got good. It moves really well when you move it with a light. So you know, that's really all you can ask for in a guitar at this price range. And the neck is a maple neck, and it looks to be probably three pieces. And also the heel joint is like the Gibson style heel joint on it. It doesn't have that nice contour that some of the other guitars have, which I kind of like actually. I'm not a super huge fan of this joint, especially if you do a lot of shredding up here. I just think it gets in the way of my hand. And it doesn't necessarily get in the way, it just doesn't feel as comfortable as that contoured neck joint does. But it does. It's a looks like a three-piece maple neck. The fretboard is rosewood, which now with the restrictions that they have in the U.S. on the protected wood species, it's hard to get this stuff now. Most of the time they do it's a palfaro or some type of like roasted maple. They really darken it and use that. This feels good. It feels really good on the fingers. The neck feels like it's not as chunky as like a Gibson style neck, but it's definitely not as thin as like not even close as like an Ibanez or a Jackson, something like that. But I mean, it feels good. It feels good in my hands to play chords with. I can easily grasp the neck and grab all of it, and it feels good in the back palm when I'm playing my chords. But when you get up here in the higher range to easily move around a little bit more, it feels actually pretty good. Personally, I'm a fan of like just as thin neck is not as possible, but pretty thin neck and a flat radius on it. Like a 12, but I mean, it feels pretty good. So I'm happy with that. They call it a wide thin neck on it, and I'm pretty sure the core line of the PRS Custom 24 and like the standard 24, I believe it's like the chunkier style. The wide thin, I think they offer. It's the only neck they offer on the SE range. But it comes with 24 frets. It's a custom 24. They don't look like jumbo frets. but they do look like medium jumbo frets. Not the biggest thing, but the fit and finish on them is actually pretty good. You know, for $700, it shouldn't be poking me in the fingers when I run my hand along the neck, and it doesn't. It's finished real nice. It feels good to play. So very happy about that. The scale length is 25-inch scale length, which is the scale length is from the nut to the bridge. Now on PRSs fall in the kind of in between range. If you want to think of Gibsons are 24 3/4. Most, I will say, not all Gibsons obviously, and not all Fenders, but most Gibsons are 24 3/4, and most Fenders are 25.5-inch. This falls in, it's 25-inch, and it's not something like I don't really notice it. To be honest with you, I have Gibson scale lengths, and I have 25-inch. I think I've got one more 25-inch scale length guitar. I don't really notice it at all, to be completely honest with you. So I could really care less about that. The bird inlays are nice to have. It's kind of a switch up, on the fretboard. And these are all different birds. I didn't look them up, but I know the PRS. Each of these birds is a different type of bird for each of the inlay spots. But on the top of where, if you look down on the top of here, you still have your dot inlays to see where you're at when you're looking down, so you don't have to hold the dang guitar basically flat on you. So, that's nice as well. The hardware, the bridge is a PRS molded trim. It's their own design. And it looks like it's molded like... It's nickel, I know that, but it doesn't necessarily look cheap. The outside of it looks chromed, and it looks fine. The saddles look like they're dull, like a dull look to them, I guess is what I would call it. And the actual inside of the plate looks like it's pot metal almost. The inside looks cheap looking. It's not. That's the way it looks. I haven't actually used the trim on this thing yet, but I know the trim arm, there's like a little plastic piece in there that will grab a hold of the trim arm. You just got to grab it from the back and fit the trim arm in there, and then tighten it back up, and it's fine. I just don't care to use the trim arm on this guitar. The tuning keys are PRS-designed tuning keys, which are just rebranded, probably Godos or something like that. I tuned it up because it was out of tune when I first got it, and it's fairly smooth. It stays in tune. It doesn't slip at all, and most of that's due to the nut. Though the nut, it's some type of Graphtec nut on there. The nut is seated just fine. The height on it's just fine from the factory. To be honest with you, the total fit and finish of this guitar is outstanding. There's nothing wrong with the finishing on this guitar. There's not a spot on the veneer that got sanded away. Sometimes you see with guitars that have that thin veneer, they get all happy when they try and sand the stain back, and they did not do that here. There's not a single spot on this veneer that looks that it has an imperfection on it. Same thing with the wood, the body of this mahogany body and the maple neck. It looks fantastic, and it's kind of why I wanted the Tramus green, is because there's no stain on the back of this. It's not painted or anything. It looks really, really good. And the body, I didn't say this earlier, the body, it looks like it is a two-piece body. Yeah, it's a two-piece body, which, honestly, it doesn't matter. It's been proven several channels and several, myth-busting, guitar myth-busters, that it doesn't matter how many pieces of the wood is there. It doesn't. At least I don't notice a difference either. So, but back to the pickups. The pickups are the 8515S pickups. which is based off the 8515 PRS. If not, I will tell you they are fairly hot, but they clean up very, very well too. It's got the cream pick guard. I don't know what you call these little covers. I guess they're not covers because they don't fit over the pickups, but pickup rings, I guess. But they're cream, and they're nice. It's a nice touch. But also the controls, it comes with one volume knob. It's got a speed knob on there, which I will tell you, I don't know if it's just mine, but this volume knob is off. It's either not seated. It's either seated like this or like this. I can't really tell looking at it now, but I can tell you when I turn it, it moves. The height of it moves up and down, so I know at least one side of it's on crooked. It comes with one volume, which it does have I won't say quite a bit, but it has medium resistance when you turn the pot or the knob. The tone is pretty quick, but the nice thing about this guitar, it that tone knob is a push pull, so you can coil split your pickups and get pretty decent single coil sounds on them. So you got a push pull tone knob and a 3-blade selector switch that feels really good. Doesn't feel cheap at all, actually. And the knob on that is cream as well, so it matches the pickup around the pickups. The back, I don't know if this is standard, but the control cavity is recessed. So the plastic here is recessed. The plastic covering the trim block and the claw in here is not recessed. It is above the body, which that doesn't matter to me. The strap knobs are okay. I'll probably end up replacing those with strap locks, but they do their job. All right, so let's check out some tones on here. This is the neck pickup, and this is using my Black Star. What is this thing? I don't even know what this thing is now. The Fly. I think it's the Fly 3. Black Star Fly 3. So it's pretty nice. I will say that the neck pickup is beautiful. And all right, let's go both pickups. Alright, so I'm going to go back and we can coil split that. I'm going to just coil split the neck here. So we've got that. Now it should be a single coil sound here. Alright, and we'll go both pickups, and this is coil splits, a little cancel there. I'm canceling on that. We'll go back down to the bridge pickup in a single coil. And I mean, it sounds fantastic. Especially that neck in single coil. But yeah, so you know, this guitar gives you plenty of options. Cleans up super nice. You want to play clean stuff. If you want to play, you know, some chunkier stuff too, just throw that tone knob down. Your full humbucker sounds fantastic. Let's check out some distortion. For the Black Star, I'm going to be using the dirty channel. We'll turn the gain pretty much almost all the way up. Leave the volume as it is, stay on the American, and let's check it out. I'll do the neck pickup first and see how she sounds. Go with both pickups. So yeah, if you want a guitar that will, you know, let you play anything from rock to shred, you can play anything on this guitar. And it looks great, feels great. You know, it's just a great all-around instrument. I got it on sale at Rift City. I think it was for the day after Thanksgiving Black Friday sale on it, so I got it for a pretty decent price. But you can still pick them up used for around like $500, I think. Are you kidding me? If you find a good one, $500 for a guitar like this, this well made, that does what this guitar can do, it's a fantastic price, and something that you could gig easily with this guitar. You could take this. I mean, I'm not no touring musician or anything like that, but I would have faith that this guitar would be just fine on, you know, on anywhere you wanted to take it, and it would perform for you. So, oh, one other thing I forgot to mention: the block in this thing is thick. It is a big trim block. It's not one of those cheap ones. So probably helps quite a bit with the tuning stability on it as well, which this thing hasn't gone out of tune on me yet. So strings still haven't stretched out fully either. But thanks for watching, guys. I suggest that if you're thinking about picking one of these things up, as with any guitar, if you're having doubts about it, go into your local guitar store or guitar center, wherever, anywhere close that has these things. Pick one off the shelf and play it. I promise you, you will enjoy it. And yeah, so thanks for watching the video, guys, and come check out next time. See ya.